pores tightening. Definitely they are talking to me, and that's something that I really like. Let me tell you, this foundation. Hey friends, it's Jackeline here. In today's video, I'm bringing you my review and full day wear test on the brand new DIOR Forever Natural Nude Foundation. But before we get started, and if you're new here, I hope that you will give me that opportunity and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you're in that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. And now, if you want to see all the details about this new DIOR foundation, how it looks on dry, sensitive, and over 40 skin, then just keep on watching. As I mentioned it on my latest video, I received my DIOR order. I mean, one of many. Embarrassed to say, but DIOR has been coming out with so many new products lately. They had come out with a new primer, a new setting powder, and then a new foundation, the Forever Natural Nude Foundation. It comes in 17 shades. It costs $52. It's made in France. It comes with 30 ml or 1 fluid ounces. It has a shelf life of 12 months, and like I said, it's available at DIOR's website right now. And I just DIOR foundations are so good that I just couldn't resist the temptation to try it. Also because I really love this Forever Skin Glow Foundation. It's one of my favorite foundations. Such a good one. So I got it in the same shade, 2.5M. And I will be leaving all the details of what I will be using today on the description box below. One thing that caught my attention right here is not that it says that it's a 24-hour wear foundation, because I mean, who wears the foundation for 24 hours? I always say perhaps, you know, flight attendants, you know, I'm just thinking perhaps, but not me, not at least me. So today I will be doing a wear test for some hours. It's very early in the morning, but what it caught my attention is that it's made with 96% of natural origin ingredients, and some of them are botanical ingredients from different flowers. And going into the ingredient list, the first ingredient is water. It does have some fragrance, but it's right in the middle, and then you will see kind of like 3/4 of the ingredient deck. Hibiscus flower extract, then it has also some rosa multiflora fruit extract, and so forth. So those are the botanical ingredients. Now, as far as the claim goes, it's supposed to give also some radiance. So it's a natural foundation with a radiant finish, and that's something that I really like on foundations. Also, it says to tighten and pores. So pores, they are talking to me, right? I was so excited when I saw that. It's also supposed to hydrate. I mean, there has been some clinical studies, obviously independent and whatnot. So I just, you know, like I said, another excuse, but I got it. Okay, my friends. So like I said, I got it in the shade 2.5N. It comes in the very, you know, typical kind of like navy blue packaging from DIOR. And let's see right here, but then the bottle, you have to see this bottle right here. Ooh, I like it. It looks so pretty. Something so refreshing, so new. I mean, I think it's just going along the lines to what we're seeing from Gucci, Burberry. You know, they are kind of going into these more kind of neutral kind of, you know, bottles and packaging, which I find it really, I mean, like, they have to bring it to what is new up to date. So there's the difference right there between the packaging. I mean, the bottle is the same, the shape is the same, is just basically the cap that they change a little. Obviously, both foundations are different formulations. Okay, my friends, let's go ahead and let's give it a good shake. Seems like there's something like a little bowl inside. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that I have you here. And for you to know who is doing these wear tests, I'm a person that I'm on my 4th floor, so I do have some signs of aging. I do have enlarged pores right here on this area, fine lines right here too. All of that. I do have dry skin, mostly on the perimeters of my face. This area right here is a little bit more normal, and I also have sensitive skin. As far as what type of foundations I like I said, I like natural luminous foundation. That's why this one kind of like called my name. Okay, so that being said, I really do not like to use so much of primers when I'm doing a wear test of a new foundation, but what I will do is I will just put a little bit of this, the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas, on my enlarged pores, but just on my right hand side. right here on this area. I'm not gonna put it on my chin, I'm not gonna put it anywhere else. I'm just gonna put just a dash. Okay, so here's the foundation. It's not runny, it's not liquidy either. It's more of like a, let's see, it's kind of like a gel-like consistency. I'm gonna put it right here, and then I'm gonna go with the Forever Skin Glow Foundation, and I'm gonna do also a swatch under it. Okay, this one here, the Skin Glow, it's a little bit, not more liquidy, but and not lighter in consistency, but it's, I shouldn't say more runny, but not as, I don't want you to think that this is a thick foundation, but it's not, it's less dense. There you go. It's less dense than the new one. So have here the top one, it's the new one, Natural Nude, and this one is the Skin Glow, both on the same shade, 2.5. So I'm just gonna let them dry and let's see, you know, if there's some oxidation or what's the difference between them on finish. Okay, I'm just gonna go for this foundation right here, and I'm using about 1/4 of a pump right now. It does have a very light, kind of like spa type of scent. I'm going to be using my beauty sponge. Okay, I'm going to use another 1/4 of a pump. And to spread it, I'm going to be using a brush. This is by It Cosmetics. It's a really good brush. Okay, I will have to tell you that this foundation, it looks actually glowy. It does look glowy. It does have a very pronounced radiance to it. So I'm very curious how it's going to look throughout the day, and that's something really important. If you are a subscriber of mine and if you haven't been tuning in, I moved from California to Florida, so right now I'm in a more of like humid, warmer, hotter weather. In fact, it feels a little bit more like summertime in here. I think we're supposed to be on the 72 degrees today, so it's not going to be super hot, but it's just a little bit more humid. It's going to be a little bit cloudy too. So let's see how this foundation works. So I'm just gonna speed up the process and show to you how I apply my other complexion products from bronzer, blush. I'm gonna skip the highlighter so that way it doesn't emphasize any luminosity effect that the foundation has. So I'm just gonna skip the highlighter. So I'm just gonna again speed up the process. You're gonna see it right here, and then we're gonna go into what I think after I apply those products, and after that we're gonna start the wear test and take you throughout my day. So stay tuned. And that's it. No more powder anywhere else. Just for you to see the two swatches right here. The new foundation, it actually has oxidized. It looks a couple tones deeper for sure. And then as far as the finish goes, the new one looks more luminous than the glow one. So that's pretty interesting right there. Okay, let's just move on with bronzer, blush, and all the rest. have to say that right upon application of this foundation, I thought, oh my goodness, this is way more glowy than the Skin Glow, which is one of my favorite ones. But although this foundation doesn't completely dry down, while it kind of like, it's in the border of completely dry down, but there's still a little bit of transfer, it becomes more natural, but it still has that beautiful radiance to the skin. I mean, it looks very natural. It's extremely lightweight. It does have more of a light to medium coverage. For many of you, perhaps it will be, you know, like right there at medium coverage if you build it up, but I do have a lot of freckles, so I still see my freckles, which that I love. I don't never like to cover my freckles. It's something that is just not me, and I really love the look of this foundation. It looks super nice. I didn't really feel the need to powder the foundation, so I just let it be as is. In fact, I show how I use the Tatcha, the silk powder, but just under my eyes to set the concealer, and then I went with my bronzer, powder blush, and you know, I didn't feel like any of the products were, you know, like removing the foundation at all. I mean, it looks really nice. I haven't used any setting spray either, so I'm just gonna go about my day. It is about 9 a.m. in the morning, and then I will show you how the foundation looks like throughout the day. So far, what I'm seeing, so good. Oh, by the way, if you are wondering about the enlarged pores, I mean, the pore situation, it doesn't say that it will, you know, diminish it like right away. It says that over time as you use it, because it has these skincare properties, will help. So it doesn't emphasize the pores, but it doesn't blur them out. So I have, you know, my pores on this side a little bit more blurred than this side right here. So that's pretty much it. And then as far if it has oxidized, it did oxidize, but not in a way that, you know, it made a huge contrast between my face and neck. I mean, it looks really good. The way that it oxidized, it wasn't a whole lot to be concerning. So, but yes, be aware that if you have this one right here, like I said, I have both in 2.5N, it will oxidize, and you will notice that a little if you do a swatch on your arm, but not much on your face, because also I feel like this one right here is lighter in consistency than this one right here. So it does have kind of the same amount of coverage, but it's a lot lighter, like thinner. And I was surprised about that too, because when I was swatching it, I even said that this one right here felt a little bit more dense. So that's something to consider. So I'm just gonna go about my day. Stay tuned because I will be doing a couple check-ins. It has passed about 5 hours since I applied this foundation. It is, let me show you right here, 2:32 in the afternoon. Okay, so let me tell you, it actually looks so beautiful. It looks so pretty. It has maintained that little radiance. As you can tell, it has a light coverage. You can see all my freckles. As far as pore situation goes, I mean, it doesn't really diminish them, but it doesn't emphasize them. It's not emphasizing my fine lines up here too. I mean, it's looking good. It has come off just a little bit right here because I had been editing a video for forever. And I'm sorry if I'm talking kind of weird, but I have my Invisaligns on, so you know the drill right there. It hasn't settled into lines. Like I said, today the weather is about 72 degrees. It's not super cold. It's, you know, like humidity level is not super high either. I mean, it feels kind of like a California summer day, a regular summer day in California. Honestly, it is pretty fine right now. So yeah, so far so good, and I will give you a check-in later on the day. I mean, like texture, everything looks, you know, fairly nice and very comfortable too. Okay, keep on watching. Here we go to my final check-in, friends. It's 6:14 in the afternoon, 6:15 actually, it's just changed. Okay, friends, so let me tell you, this foundation looks amazing for so many hours of wear. I mean, I'm talking about, I have worn it, I mean, a little bit over 9 hours, right? and for all this time, for the amount of time that I wore it, it looks super luminous. It kept my skin hydrated and looking radiant throughout the day. Now today hasn't been the hottest day here where I live. I mean, we were up top 72, and like I said, humidity levels were not super high. I will say my natural oils had come through on mostly this area right here. Yeah, the cheek area. Also, I have been editing quite a bit, so I have been on the computer, and sometimes, you know, I go like this waiting for something to upload, and I have obviously brushed my teeth and whatnot. I have, if you hear me talking a little bit different, it's because I have my Invisaligns on, and it has wore right here, but it doesn't wear off into patches. It doesn't crease, it doesn't emphasize fine lines, it doesn't emphasize texture. Now, what I will say of these, you know, first impressions review and full day wear test is that this foundation will be amazing for those who have dry skin, dry to normal, and normal skin. Now, I will say though, if you have combination skin or oily skin, I will definitely suggest to powder it. Also, if it gets, you know, in another day that is a lot hotter, like, you know, like it gets into the 80s, the 90s, 100, I don't know, I will definitely powder the foundation. It doesn't move and slide at all. It actually feels hydrating and even to the point of moisturizing in one sense, but it doesn't feel like creamy in the point that it's gonna move, because it's so lightweight, so comfortable, and it just looks fantastic. Honestly, it looks fantastic for so many hours. I'm in love with this foundation. In love with this foundation. It looks so beautiful. Honestly, my friends, I mean, I'm just so impressed with this foundation, beyond impressed. I mean, I never thought it will hold on so well. I mean, it's not even, you know, like gathering on, you know, the crevices of, you know, the face, the texture, nothing. And it doesn't look greasy either. I mean, you know, I have normal, you know, oils come through, and yeah, it looks really, really, really lovely. And that's something with your foundations that truly they are some of the best luxury foundations out there. Okay, my friends, now I would love to hear from you if you have any questions. I hope that this video overall serves you of help, but again, I would love to continue the conversation on the comment section down below. Let me know if you are willing to try this foundation, if you have been eyeing it, or if you already have it and what's your opinion about it. If you have it, and if you have another skin type different than mine, make sure you add that on your comments, because that enriches the conversation, and that way we can help others to decide whether this foundation is good for them or not. Okay, my friends, thank you so much again for tuning in today. If you haven't done so yet, I hope that you can give me that opportunity. We are growing, we're about to hit the 10K, so I would love if you can consider and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, share it with family and friends. And until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.